Life will teach you some things. Love will humble you. And the world will test you. That's why this is a Titi's House podcast. A place where we talk life, love, and relationships from a woman who's seen enough to tell the truth and still lead with heart. Titi's House podcast. La, 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 la. A Titi's House podcast. La, 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 la. A Titi's House podcast. La, 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 la. A Titi's House podcast. La, 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 la.
All right, welcome back, my lovelies at Titi's House podcast. Y'all know my door stays open and the conversation stays real. So let's get into it. Let's go. What we talking about today? I want to talk about, you heard of the Passport Boys?
Passport Bros?
The Passport Brothers or whatever they're called.
Passport Bros.
Is that what the short name is, Passport Bros?
Uh-huh.
I heard they have like an online following. Like what do they post about?
They just be on there posting about women overseas and how they treat men compared to women in America. And they just be encouraging men to not feel like they're stuck in America and go explore the world and try to see if there's a woman out there in other countries for you.
So it's like opportunity to date women from different cultures.
Yeah,
basically.
I don't know if they be on there really. On the Facebook, you don't engage with them on there. They're just showing their lifestyle. Oh, they got a YouTube too. They got a YouTube where they just show their experiences in other countries, you know.
Wow. So I wanted to, now is a time where people are going to be traveling more and going to different countries. And it's a lot of stuff going on today that you have to be very careful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like cautious of
A lot of stuff because
sure.
Things are definitely happening around us that we need to be aware. Like Zaul's going out of the country to Aruba.
Aruba, yeah.
This is his first time traveling out the country. So he called me today and was like, Mom, what do I take with me? And I was like, first of all, do you have, I guess men don't carry fanny packs, but I was like, do you have a crossbody you can carry your passport in and your ID? Like put all the stuff that you're going to be readily taking out too. Like when you get to the airport, to the line, just something that you can readily pull your stuff out of so that you're prepared. You know what I'm saying? Always have cash. Make sure you're taking cash with you.
Yeah, because in them countries ain't no bank machines like American bank machines, right? Or
well, they do have bank machines, but if you don't have to use your card because you don't know what the charges are going to be.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
There could be more charges for, if you're using your card over there. Like with your credit cards and stuff, sometimes there's additional charges.
Yeah.
So I was like, think about what you're going to be doing and take enough money where you don't have to use your card unless it's an emergency or a credit card unless it's an emergency. And then I told him, I was like, make sure that you are taking pictures on your phone. Take a picture of your passport and your driver's license. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That don't fly though. That don't fly though. They're not gonna accept that. People
if he had to go to the American embassy over there, he can prove to them that he had a passport.
Yeah, that
you know
might
what I'm
help.
saying?
And they can look at
because you have
number.
a picture of. They can look up the number and everything. So you want to have.
That makes sense.
You want to make sure that you're definitely doing that, and
Yeah.
don't be over there having sex with no women or men if you like men. Like you got to be careful. Because, there's things that come with having sex with people in different countries. I'm going to tell y'all passport bros, my friend, I ain't going to say no name because he's incognito, but I'm going to say this. Every week I probably send him stuff about Colombia because he goes to Colombia all the time. Mm-hmm. And he over there hooking up.
No, they be setting people up. And it's just a lot. The culture is crazy over there.
There's risks. About going over there, honestly. And I was telling him, first of all, you don't speak the language.
No, he don't even speak Spanish.
You don't even speak Spanish, and you going over there to pull some women and talk about, I use my phone translator.
Yeah, they go.
Really? Like that is so funny to me. But this is my friend and I love him, so I'm always sending him stuff. I just sent him something about the airlines, the American Airlines stewardess, the that got killed over there, the guy.
No, I didn't hear.
You didn't hear about that? He was over there. They had a stop in Colombia. Him and one of the other flight attendants went to go party, and she started feeling sick. So somebody had to have spiked her drink.
Dang.
She told him she was feeling sick. I guess at that moment he wasn't feeling it, so he wanted to stay out in the club and party. Of course you do. You're in a different country.
Yeah.
And you have a little layover, so why not get out there and drink and be amongst the people and enjoy the scenery? But she was like, I'm going back to my room. But she never made it to her room. Somebody took her to the hospital.
Oh, really?
Because she was roaming the streets.
Like out of it, though?
Like out of it. Like somebody put a Mickey in her drink, drugged her up. And he was found dead.
Dang.
60 miles from where he was at. It's so sad. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell my friend, like, you can't be comfortable just because you meeting these women and you're going over there and you're meeting these women, you think you're spending time with them, that they won't link up and set you up and rob you.
People grimy.
Because they
everywhere.
will.
Yeah.
Imagine if people grimy here, how grimy they are in a third world country.
Exactly.
You're in a third world country. They're exploiting you. Just like you're exploiting those women, y'all passport brothers, whatever y'all want, bros, whatever you are. You're going out there and you're exploiting these women in these third world countries. Mm-hmm. You're going over there with the intent of having sex with these women, not wifing them up.
No, there's a side of, I was just about to say that because it sounds like that maybe you've been, I'm not a passport bro. Even though I understand, but it's not just all about just going to have sex with women over there, because there's a lot of men who move to these countries and
that's true. They're expats over there.
Yeah,
that's true too. And there's a lot of men that have met women and have moved over there to marry the women. I'm not saying it's just, too, but prostitution is legal there.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot they don't go over there
for that too.
Yeah.
I was just saying
there's good intentions and there's bad.
Exactly, okay.
There's definitely there's bad intentions. There's scams.
Yeah.
There's robbery setups,
Yeah.
and then there's situations where there is romantic companionship, and they are going over there to get married. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Everybody's in it for a reason.
Different reasons.
For different reasons.
It's like, okay, I just want to make sure you knew that it wasn't just an underworld.
No, but I know a lot of y'all are openly going over there seeking sex.
Yeah.
Let's just be real. Let's call it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call a spade a spade. You're going over there, but you need to be careful because there are, even for the passport bros or just anybody traveling over there with your homeboys, you might not be going over there with that intention, but it might happen because they do target tourists. Mm-hmm. They need money. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I mean, I understand why they're doing it. Hey, I'm just going to tell you, one of my friend that goes over there, I'm going to call him Incognito. Incognito go over there all the time. He'll hook up. They'll start asking him for money. Mm-hmm. Then you get mad because they asking you for money. Who you think you are, Papi Chulo? You Papi Chulo. They need some money. You know what I'm saying?
He be throwing them a little something.
Then he get mad when they ask him for more money. Then, I ain't going to put you out there, but I'm going to tell you this. Okay, so he told one of the girls, I ain't going to send you no more money. You know what she said?
What?
I'm pregnant.
He and
guess what? No, he ain't send that money. He was like, not by me, because I had a vasectomy.
Yeah, okay.
So you ask the other guy, because it ain't me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But still, like, I know you're not going out there and having sex with these women unprotected. How many men you think they hooking up with in a month?
In a day.
In a month. For real, this is what they do. I seen where this guy found the girl that drugged him. And they end up arresting her on the spot. You see that? They caught her. They arrested her because, I mean, although prostitution, they ain't arresting her for prostitution. They arresting her because she drugged him and robbed him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be careful, regardless of what you're going over there for. You know, be careful because Americans are often targeted.
And try to learn the language too if you can, because
stop talking in your phone and handing her the phone.
That will make it so you're a little safer, even though it's still a crazy situation. You know, at least you'll know if somebody's trying to set you up, because they can peep that you don't know the language, and they're like, "Oh, he don't even understand what's really going on." Makes it that much easier to set you up.
Yeah, and in any country, but in Medellin and Cartagena, you gotta be very careful because that's where most of the passport bros go to.
So
those areas, those cities.
Do they got a passport girls, passport women.
Huh?
They gotta
Ladies,
have
are
a.
y'all? I'm sure women are going to Jamaica, like Stella got her groove back.
Something, right?
I don't know. I don't think women are. See, I think that men go over there with the intention of going over there because they always say that American women, we too much. We want too much. We want money. We're gold diggers. We want you to help upkeep our lifestyles. And well, what do you think those
Yeah,
women
they want
want?
the same thing. It's just
They
a
want the
little
same
cheaper.
thing.
It's
It's
just
just
a
a little bit
discount.
cheaper.
Yeah.
You getting it on a 50% off.
Yeah.
Come on, let's just be real. Y'all sitting here and then want to criticize American women because we want stuff or we're looking for security. They're looking for the same thing, honey. You're just getting it at a lesser rate than you're getting it here in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? So I just, just talking to traveling, just be careful because people are being drugged. You know what I'm saying? They're being robbed and extorted, extortion. They'll keep you and make your family pay for some money to get you back. That's extortion. Extorting money from you and from your family and friends because they, you got to be careful. And then being lured like that guy that was in the club, the airlines attendant, lured him to another area, drugged him, and then robbed him and killed him.
Damn.
Like, why do you have to kill somebody, though? Just rob him and let him
Yeah,
go.
let them go. It's because
Why kill him?
his phone was on him and it tracked him. I was just saying this. It's like any crime. If the phone is there, you're going to get caught. Whether you're doing the crime or the person that you're doing the crime to has a phone on him, you're going to get caught. It's showing the exact location
Where
is
they were
happening.
at. Well, they found him 60 miles away from where he was actually at.
Oh.
So that means they drove his body and dumped him.
Oh, yeah, maybe so.
That's
It's
so
probably a little
sad. Like
different.
this, like, you know what? Rob me. Take my money. I'm going to give it to you. I'm not even
That's what
going
I
to.
say. Some people be fighting it, though.
Fighting for what? What are you
Take
fighting
it.
for?
Yeah.
Just take it.
Take it.
Take
yeah.
my money. Go do whatever you
You
want to
need
go
it
do
more
with
than
it.
me, and-
Absolutely. It's not worth your
And
life.
that's what I'm saying. I ain't no
Guys,
punk or nothing.
if somebody
but here.
corners you right and wants money from you, your PIN number, give it to them. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, your
bank
life
gonna
is
give it
not
back
worth
to
the
you,
risk.
too. Your bank gonna give it back to
They
you.
might give it back to I don't know. Some banks might, some may not.
FDIC.
Remember, too, just because prostitution is legal, you got to still be careful. Like if you're going over there and that's the reason you're going over there is to hook up, make sure that you know the laws because there's a lot of gray areas in different countries surrounding prostitution.
Okay.
You may not be able, first of all, human trafficking, you can't do that. That is illegal anywhere. You can't just get a girl and take her and, do anything like
Yeah, you'll be in
exploiting
jail
her
with Diddy with
or
that.
anything like that for sex. Exploiting her to have sex with your friends. That's still like gang rape and all that stuff. That exists in other countries. So you got to be careful because there's a lot of legal gray areas and y'all don't know that when y'all going to have fun, you ain't doing your research. You need to research what the gray areas are in the law because that's very, very, very important. Okay, you can't solicit sex in certain areas. There's certain designated areas where you can solicit sex, right? And then there's certain areas that you can't. You're not allowed to. You might not be able to go in a grocery store and solicit sex. That might be a gray area. I don't know. I've never been there, and I never tried to pick up a woman there. But what I'm saying is that you need to know what areas are restricted for prostitution, because there's different areas that are restricted. Like I said, human trafficking. You can't exploit these women. Even if you're there with the guys, you can't even say, I'm going to sleep with her and then I'm going to pass her to the rest of the guys. That might be exploitation. And that's a gray area. She could call the police. And guess what? You going to jail in a third world country and you ain't going to like it because it ain't like being here. You might get bread and water. Okay? And then it's a serious crime to have sex with a minor. What's the legal age in that country for you to have sex and making sure and ensuring that the women that you're hooking up with are over the age, the legal age. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure y'all ain't asking for ID.
Yeah, that's true. They probably not.
You're not asking these women for ID. You're assuming because they're exploiting their bodies that they're 18 and above. Is that the legal age in Medellin? In Cartagena? I don't know. In Colombia, if you go to Jamaica, wherever you're going, Brazil, Dominican Republic, I don't know where else they go to solicit sex, but make sure that you are engaging with adults and not children because you will go to jail there for rape or what do they call it? Statutory rape. Make sure you know. You know, you can be arrested in a foreign country. And guess what? You might not be able to leave just because you're American.
Or if whenever you leave, then your passport getting taken from you because you done committed a crime in a different country. You know what I mean?
Because people think, oh, I'm going to be deported. You might not be deported from that country.
Yep.
You might have to stay there and do your time. Okay? And I'm telling you, you don't want that.
Yeah, just like Brittany, what was it? Brittany something?
Brittany Renner.
Is that who it was? The basketball player?
Yeah, she had the smoke,
the vape.
The vape. You don't know, like, I don't know.
She was held in that jail for a mad long.
I don't understand. Like, do your research. There's a lot of people that carry weed in their. Let me tell you something. I went to Panama, and I ain't gonna mention no names, but I went to Panama with a group of people, and they took gummies, and they took edibles, like cookies and stuff. Now, what if they would have did an extensive search and found you would have went to jail in Panama? Like, you're just assuming you're safe and you're not. Because going through immigration there is not the same as going through immigration here in the U.S. Y'all need to be careful. You're traveling and thinking that that's cool.
Yeah, be careful out here.
It's crazy. Not only is there the risk of, gray areas in the law, there's health risks, y'all. That's why I just told my friend. That girl called you and told you she pregnant by you. That mean that you was having unprotected sex with this girl. You can't fool me, buddy. Because what woman gonna call you and say she pregnant and you like, well, it can't be mine because I had a vasectomy. How about it can't be mine because I had a condom on?
Yeah. And then even in that instance still too though, it's still things that could happen so that the condom could break. You know, anything could happen.
Yeah, they could probably poke a hole in the
anything.
Listen, they trying to get pregnant by you incognito. You just don't even know it. I don't understand. I was like, I know damn well. When he told me that, I said, I know damn well. And he was like, no.
That's what he said. He said, no. He said,
I don't believe him, though. You got it. Okay, there's sexually transmitted diseases wherever you go. Just because these girls are prostituting their bodies, you don't know if they're going to get checked.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know if they're checking for STDs. Do you know how many men they sleep with in a week?
Yeah, that should be even more reason to wear
more
protection.
Reason.
What?
Make sure she got a female condom on and you have a male condom on. And put a plastic bag around your waist. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, I don't understand. Because even you fellas that go there and thinking that you meet this girl and she's faithful to you. If that girl need money, guess what? She's going to go sleep with somebody else, especially if you ain't sending her no money. Okay? Because she got bills to pay and you ain't paying them. There's, remember here, our health standards are regulated. Over there, they might not have regulated health standards, so you got to be careful.
What, meaning
and then access to healthcare it's costly.
Yeah.
Like I said, you don't know. You really think these girls are getting STD tests every week after they sleep with all these men?
And is it illegal there to not tell someone you have a STD and like how it is here?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's something you should be researching too.
It
might not even be the law there.
Got HIV or something. They just, especially a
Absolutely.
place like, I'm not gonna put it on that place, but I know Brazil has a high HIV.
Yeah, they do.
So I wonder how the law
HIV
works
and
there.
AIDS, yeah.
Yep,
It could be the same there too. Wherever you're going, if you're engaging in promiscuous activity, like, you need to be doing your research. You can't just go over there. Over there too, there's cultural misunderstandings. You have to be aware of the culture.
Like in what way?
Like women being more submissive over there or easier to access. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because it's Latin women. Latin women are very submissive. We were brought up to be submissive to the men in our families. We're brought up to learn to cook for them and take care of them. And naturally, that's what men think when they go over there. These are a submissive group of women. So they're going to do whatever. It's easier to get them to do whatever I want them to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what they think, honestly. Also, the economic differences we talked about. They need money. Are you exploiting them in a sense because they need money? Oh, I'll give you this money if you come sleep with me. You might meet a girl that never slept with nobody else and might need some money and be like, all right, I'll do it. You know? Mm-hmm. You can't assume something because that creates disrespect to the women in that culture. And you shouldn't go there and be disrespecting the people. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that whatever you're doing aligns with the reality of what it is. Don't go over there with a misconception because you don't know. I think a lot of people do that. Mm-hmm. There's ethical concerns too. The ethical concern is that because you're American, you got money, and they're Colombian, they don't have no money. That's an ethical concern. You know what I'm saying?
Like morality type.
Yeah, that's a morality thing too. I got more money, so I can do and get what I want over there because I'm American and I can. People go over there with that type of attitude. You don't think so?
Oh, probably so. I don't know. I haven't been.
Tied to, that's the power dynamics that are tied to your American nationality and your wealth. Made, yeah. And even though here they might not have that much money, over there they have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So that's exploitation. You know, you're exploiting vulnerable people. Those women are vulnerable. They need what they need. They might have kids they're taking care of. A lot of them take care of their families. You know what I'm saying? They out here exploiting their bodies to take care of their families. That's crazy to me. And a lot of them, you know, I mean, they do. There's women that come from other countries too, because my friend Incognito told me that he met a girl from Venezuela there. That she came to that country to work because there was no work in Venezuela. Damn. And she had to send money back to her family. So there's a lot that goes on that people don't even know about.
Does Incognito say that he feels safe or he ever felt in danger while he was there?
He said he's never felt in danger. Honestly, but he did tell me that when he went over there before, like the guys stay in an Airbnb, they hire a security person to make sure to check the IDs of the women. This is some planned stuff right here, y'all. This is some serious stuff. That they have a security guard outside the door, and the women have to show their IDs to come into where they are. And the security guard, but how do you not know the security guard might not have anything to do with it?
Yeah, maybe they done, this probably their 5th, 6th time out there though, so they done been hiring the security guard.
Yeah, so they made friends maybe, and now the security guard, now when you send your homeboys over there, then you be like, this is my friend, call him, and he's going to be the security guard checking that, because he said they check their IDs and everything. So
Secret Service.
It's like a secret. It's a secret society.
No, it definitely is.
Over there. It's it's a sexual tourism city.
So what do you feel about like Amsterdam and the red light district and all that?
Where they smoke weed?
And prostitution is legal, yeah. Same type of thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the women, like you walk into, I haven't been, but just the stuff I've seen online, it's like they stand like in the windows as you walk by. You ever seen that scene in Rush Hour when they getting the massage, him and Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan? He's like, I want her. It's like
I don't
that.
remember.
Like, yeah.
No, I don't remember that
scene? Yeah, okay.
So they get to go out there and pick out the women for massages?
Out the women that they want, and they ain't just massages. You know what it is. You know? Yeah, red light district is similar.
I didn't know Amsterdam had. I guess every country has it.
Yeah, because prostitution is
legal in some countries. I'm sure it's legal.
I think.
Is it?
I think in New York in the last couple of years in certain places in New
York.
Well,
I did not know that.
I'll search.
I need to know if that's true.
But you know it's happening in L.A.
Yeah, it's happening. I mean, but it's illegal in most states here. Can't just be popping up on a woman and be like, I'm going to sleep with you. Or they can't be soliciting
the Bunny
you for
Ranch in Vegas.
That's legal.
Yeah.
That's legal.
So those places in America where...
Yeah, that's legal. Where you can proposition people. Even the swingers clubs. You're propositioning people for sex too. You know, but you know what? and I'm not putting this information out there to worry people because I don't want people to be worried.
Oh,
Everyone is not out to get you.
yeah.
Everyone's not trying to interact with you in a dangerous way or scam you out of your money. There are really nice people in a lot of, foreign
Yeah.
countries that really do like Americans. And then there's people that don't like Americans. Just don't be paranoid, because I think I was paranoid, giving my friend some paranoia because I kept sending him stuff. He was like, "Will you stop sending me this?" And I'm like, "I just want you to be careful and be safe." You know what I'm saying? Because paranoia can also, if you're paranoid or have anxiety, it can also make your decision making very poor. Because you're scared all the time, and you might be like, "Oh no, I don't want to do this," or you may not have a good time in that country just
Yeah.
because you're paranoid.
Yeah, so prostitution isn't legal in New York. I thought it
It's
was.
not.
Maybe
Oh,
it
I'm
was
about to say,
like
I know
something.
it ain't.
I thought so. I thought I heard something, but they said something about it. Like they're cracking down on the open air sex market there. So it's been becoming more of a hot spot
Yeah,
type.
yeah. Even in the strip clubs, let's just be real. People
Yeah.
are having sex, and the men are paying for it too. It might not be happening right there in the establishment, but people are walking away doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want y'all to think that Colombia is a lawless country, because it's not. There are laws, okay? It's not the Wild Wild West like people think. I'm wilding out in Colombia. I'm going over there with my passport, and I'm gonna do this. Men, I think I seen even something that if you're going over there and they check your bag and you have a whole bunch of condoms,
Yeah, I heard
that they're going to either confiscate them or they're going. Y'all can buy condoms in Colombia. I don't know the quality. I'm sure you can get the same quality, right?
Yeah, they might have, does Amazon work there? You might have to Amazon some in.
No, because like
No
Panama, you
Amazon?
can't really get
No
Amazon
addresses?
packages. Yeah, it's like very rare.
Oh.
And you pay a lot of money for shipping.
I mean, that's probably why Incognito is having pregnancy scares, because they can't take no condoms in there with them.
I'm going to ask him about that. I'm telling you, the authorities in Colombia are aware of this,
They getting paid from it too.
I'm sure they are.
They getting a lot of bread from it.
They're aware of the sexual tourism that is going on in Colombia. Okay, guys?
Get money from it.
They know. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are thriving from. I'm sure the girls out there are not just by themselves. I'm sure they have security too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they have a pimp. I don't know. I'm just saying. They might have a pimp out there that's watching over them. I mean, it would be smart to have something like that, to have somebody not pimping you, but at least protecting you.
How do you say pimp in Spanish?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
El Pimpo.
That sounds like a pimple.
Oh.
I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. But there's laws that exist, guys. So they know that there's sexual tourism going on. They were checking. They said that if they found out that you were coming there for the sexual tourism, that they were going to take your passport and send you back to the country that you were coming from. Honestly. So that means that their authorities are very much aware of, what's going on. And it's been increasing over the years. I want to say in the last 5 years, it's become very popular.
Yeah, 5-10 years for sure. Ever since social media became a thing and people were able to, document.
Yeah, and the guys are taking, photos of you can get Christina, and look at Christina, she look good, that kind of stuff. Man, my little friend be sending me pictures of all these women. I feel like I know them and we friends.
That's funny.
Because he be like, look at this one. Look at this one. I'll be like, yeah, she fine. She fine. I was like, I give her the Latin stamp of approval. Relationships there, just some misconceptions, y'all, or things that you shouldn't assume or worry about. You can't also think that relationships there, like you said, are not purely transactional. People really do find love on these. I think they have like foreign women websites where you can go on there and meet somebody. They even have matchmakers that actually have websites. Yeah, in those countries that will match you. I might need to do that in Panama. That will match you with a Colombian woman or whatever woman you're looking for. So everything is not purely transactional. There's genuine people with respectful connections there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so I don't want people to just think, oh, Colombian women are whores. This is not the purpose of this podcast. I love my Latin women. I'm just saying, as men going over there, just be safe. You know, do your research, make sure you're planning, make sure you know that the authorities are aware if you're going over there with ill intentions. Like, you really have to, you know, make sure that you are aware. Awareness is key to any time traveling anywhere outside of the U.S. Okay? Always, so if you're traveling internationally to any country, whether you're a passport bro or just a passport, what can we call the women? Passport girl?
Let's see, bro.
I don't think there's a good word that goes with
Nah.
brothers and sisters, passport sis. Just make sure that you prioritize safety and just being aware of your surroundings. That's very important. Respecting the culture itself and the laws, like I said. And, you know, have a clear understanding of what the risks are before you go there. Versus any assumptions that you're making or any assumptions that these are, you know, it could be, I'm making some assumptions, right? I made some assumptions in the beginning. Like, just make sure that you know the difference between reality and assumptions.
Yeah.
Okay.
And be safe.
And be safe. That's the whole purpose of traveling, is to enjoy yourself with whatever you want to do in a different country. Just make sure that you're being safe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even if you're not going there for that, things can happen to.
Absolutely.
The cartel
Look
could
at
be on you in Mexico.
Yeah.
All that type of craziness.
Anywhere. You seen that with when they killed the cartel, the head of the Jalisco cartel?
Yeah, and then all the people
they were squirking out over there. They
at the
was
airport.
bombing places. They
Set a
came
plane
into
on
the
fire.
airport. Like,
Yep.
these are things that happen when you travel internationally.
Mm-hmm.
And although you're not the actual target, you may be in the middle of the crossfire.
and be like, oh. Shoot.
Okay, so you always, let me tell you something. As an American, when you travel out the country, always know where the American embassy is in that country. So that if you need refuge, you can go there. And you're not looking. Go there prepared. So I was telling Saul, go there prepared in advance of knowing where these places are so that you can, the police station. Places that you can go to for refuge in case something does break out. Because really, at this point, I don't even want to say with Trump being president, you know, anything can happen.
Happened to America.
Really?
Yeah. And
You know
the
what I'm
war
saying?
going on. You never know. Anything can happen at any time.
At any time. Even things are happening here in the U.S. that I'm sure people don't prepare for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 2 Canada pilots just lost their lives.
2 Canada pilots?
Yeah, they
Where at?
landed in LaGuardia Airport. And there was they crashed into
the helicopter, right?
no, the fire truck that was
Fire
down
truck.
at the bottom. So the air traffic controller told him to come in, then told him to pull back up, and it was too late.
Oh, okay.
You know, and the truck didn't move in time or didn't have an option to move. So these are things that we don't think about when we're traveling that can happen to us. People got stuck in Dubai. Went there for a vacation for your birthday. You're going to a foreign country to celebrate your birthday. You might not be able to come back.
Yep.
Do you think about what it costs?
Exactly. That's what I'm about to say. Have extra,
'Cause guess
extra
what?
money.
Guess what, guys? The bill is on you
Yeah.
if you have to stay in another country. People were sleeping in hotel lobbies because they couldn't pay for rooms anymore.
Dang.
In the airports because they couldn't go stay in a hotel. Like, some people travel. Like, traveling for some people is just a way to disassociate from life.
Yeah.
That they don't plan for the inevitable
Yeah.
to happen.
And they have like an exact budget, and then they go through that budget and like, oh,
They're like,
shoot.
oh my God, I bought too many tacos, or I done bought too many empanadas, and now I can't. I got my nails and my hair braided, facial massaging. You didn't
Yeah.
plan. So I was telling Saul, take a certain amount of money over what you plan to spend,
Yeah.
so that you're not using your card. Honestly, because you really don't. I mean, I don't like to use my card when I travel unless I'm buying like big ticket items.
And also, if you are taking an extra amount of cash, don't let nobody see you pull that out.
That too.
'Cause
That's
then
why I
you
was
gonna
like,
become a
you should have a
target.
crossbody.
Something, yeah. Just pull out a little $5 bill at a time. Five
One
for this,
and break them
five for
down. That's a
this.
great
Here go
suggestion too.
$5
Like
for
instead of
this.
having $20 bills,
Yep.
have fives, ones, and tens.
Yeah, so it don't look crazy when you're here five. They see you pulling out water. 20s, 100.
$100 bills, $50
Like,
bills.
oh,
You don't
yeah.
want to break them down. That's a great point, Kason. Is that when you travel, make sure you're breaking down your bills, and you
Yeah.
don't have $100 bills.
Nope, I have all $1. Here's
Plus, y'all, when you travel, you want to buy stuff, and you're always in foreign countries. You haggling for the price.
Yeah.
It's always a haggle. Okay, it's $25. Okay, I'll give you 10. I'll give you 19, and it goes up from there, or goes down from there. Like you're haggling, so you definitely want to have a breakdown of bills. Matter of fact, I need to tell Zaul that
Yeah, just
because
it just seems safer to me
definitely
to make sure that you are not letting, cause like
Right.
the same thing with the women in the prostitution, and you're a lick or you're a target. Everybody's looking for Americans. In that
everybody's
type of,
looking for a come up.
a come up. Everybody definitely is.
You
in
know,
this day and age.
In this day and age, everybody's looking for a come up. If you think we're struggling over here with inflation, imagine what they're going through over there. They've been living in inflation. We're just feeling it. Gas prices $5. I went to put gas in my car the other day.
Yeah.
What? I
That
almost had a
premium-
heart attack.
That premium, it hit
That
100.
premium, man.
It hit 100.
It was $78.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm about to go get me a GMC
It's still gonna be that expensive.
Man.
Mine, my gas,
How much you-
54.
to fill it up.
54. I just
Well,
filled
that's
it
what
up
I pay on
yesterday.
the normal, I
That's
think.
what I'm saying.
55,
Mine used to be
60.
like 35 or something. No.
Oh my
40.
God, y'all. Where is this going to? Like, I don't understand. Like, everything. I went to the grocery store today, and I swear I bought less than 7 items, and I spent,
$40.
nope, 75.
Dang, what you bought?
I bought cilantro, avocados,
Must
a
have been all
salad
organic.
mix. I bought some turkey to make it. It was Taco Tuesday. I made some tacos.
$70 for taco.
Man.
It's cheaper just to buy fast food, buy out.
Listen, I don't like Taco Bell like that, but it was cheaper to go to Taco Bell and
Taco
spend
Bell.
$15.
Yep, exactly.
Sometimes it's funny because I'm one person, and honestly, I think that way.
Yeah, sometimes it'd be cheaper just to buy a meal for yourself.
For yourself, go buy a salad.
Then
I might
cook
not
it.
eat the whole thing.
$10 Chick-fil-A salad.
What is that? WhatsApp just sent me something crazy. So, anyways, just be safe, guys. It's springtime is coming. You're gonna be traveling with your families. A lot of people with these gas prices will prefer to drive somewhere than to buy airplane tickets because the tickets are expensive right
Really,
now.
Yeah.
So just be careful, even driving stateside, and just make sure that you plan accordingly. That you, like you said, have enough money in case anything happens. I mean, shoot, Iran talking. Did you see all the video? Okay, I know this is a little bit off topic, but did you see the videos that Iran is posting out there?
About like the war in America.
Man, they had one on Trump. Then they had one. They released one on the FBI. The director of the FBI or
No,
whatever.
I don't think I seen these.
He's Indian. They had him dancing
Oh, with AI, they use AI to do it.
I don't think it was AI. They hacked his email.
Really.
Y'all, I don't know what this world is coming to, but they've done a lot of. They put the Epstein files out there. Like Iran is not playing. They are hacking people's computers and stuff.
Dang.
If they can do that to his computer, imagine what they can hack the banking system or, stuff like that. I'm gonna tell y'all, I dated somebody that was. They used to tell me all the time, always have cash, because you never know what can happen.
Yep.
If the banking system shuts down, you will have no access to take cash out, and it's so true. I always try to have a certain amount of cash, like tucked away somewhere. But he used to be like, "Don't even put your money in the bank," and I was like, "Where?"
Yeah, but you got to.
You got
It's
to.
kinda
Like,
hard.
what are you
I'ma
gonna
pay
do?
My bills and all. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say.
It's kind of hard to say you're not going to do that. But he used to say, just do it like they did back in the day. I understand the concept. He's like, you're not making really no money. The bank is making money off of you. You're
Yeah,
really
'cause
not
they
making no
loaning
money.
your money
You're
out.
they're loaning your money out to people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a struggle right now. People are on hard times, and he used to be like, anything can happen. The whole Treasury Department can close down.
Shut
And
down.
where are you going to get money from? So always keep a stash in your house. I don't care if it's $500, $1,000, something, whatever you're spending a month on groceries and gas, make sure you have that as a backup.
least, yeah.
At least that amount, $500, you know, things that you can easily purchase, toilet paper, paper towels, things like that, because you never know, things can happen. There's a lot of things happening in this world. Okay, so I want to talk about this too. So we talked about the passport bros, and I want to talk about the 600 black women that are unemployed.
600.
600,000 black
I was
women.
about to say 600.
No, that's not a lot. 600,000, excuse me. 600,000 black women are unemployed right now.
And what about
This is the highest it's ever been. Right now, the unemployment rate for black women is 7 to 7.3% in 2025 and 2026, where the national average is 4 to 4.5%. That shows you right there. That's mind-boggling.
So what is it for other races and what is it for men?
I don't know because I didn't check
Okay.
that. I was just interested in the black women. You know, there's a lot of black women who have lost their jobs to DEI.
Oh, okay.
You know, when that happened, lost their
Yeah.
jobs. Also, you know, not only have they lost their jobs, you got to think about who was most impacted. You know, the government. A lot of women work for the government.
Yeah.
A lot of black women work for the federal government, the state governments. They work in healthcare and they work in education.
Yeah.
Those were mostly impacted.
Because I also was going to ask, women are working at an all-time high. So these numbers, because back in the day when women weren't working as much and it was more traditional and they were staying at home. How can you compare the unemployment at that time compared to now?
Because they were not really in the workforce. They were
Yeah.
just at-home moms. So
Yeah.
they weren't really included.
Yeah, okay. That's
So
what
they
I'm
wouldn't
saying.
be included because they're at stay-at-home moms. They're not in the workforce. These are women that were actually
Had a job and
had
got-
jobs
okay.
and were in the workforce, you know?
Dang.
And a lot of them, I mean, some of them, you know, in 2025, it says almost 300,000 left the workforce early in 2025.
Well, like early retirement?
I'm thinking early retirement maybe, you know, or just took themselves out of looking for a job.
Yeah.
Because it's been hard. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people out here are looking
Me
for,
too.
and I'm talking about, these are not just shabby people that don't have
Nah,
education.
smart women, yeah.
Women that are educated,
Yeah.
highly educated and qualified for the jobs. What is the problem?
What do you think is the reason? Are there no jobs? Are there no jobs?
I mean, I feel
currently?
like the rollbacks in DEI had a lot to do with it. I feel like when those programs left, they supported black women. And a lot of them lost their jobs, you know, because of that. I feel like there's still racism in the workforce for black women. You understand? We're still underpaid. I'm just gonna be real, and that's in even, you know, I felt like in healthcare, when you're working in healthcare, that gender doesn't matter. I think that gender doesn't matter, whether you're male or female. The job position itself is that. It's what it is. But I feel like when you go into these other roles and different jobs, corporate America, they base, that matters. Your gender matters.
Yeah. That's why we
Women are less leaders than, you know, have less leadership roles than men. So men make more money.
That's why we need more unions, though.
That
You
wouldn't
know.
be a bad idea
Unions
to do that.
for everything, because you know, I'm a electrician, and being in that world, everybody gets paid the same. The women that's at the same level apprenticeship as I'm in, or
So
the
that's one of the
journeyman,
jobs where their gender doesn't matter.
Yeah, gender doesn't matter in anything where the union is, because it's all based on the title. The title is what you get paid. There's a minimum based on the title.
And it says, you know, that black women are one of the most educated groups in the U.S. I don't understand it honestly. You know, I see a friend of mine going through a job search right now, highly qualified. Resume is off the hook as far as qualifications and experience, and she can't find a job. Like, why? Is it racism still existing? People look at your name and know
Oh
you're
yeah,
not white.
names for sure.
For sure, right?
Yeah.
Ageism, over 50 and looking for a job.
I think that's the thing too.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think people hire based off experience anymore, which is messed up.
And AI coming through and taking a lot of jobs off from people. You know, a lot of computer stuff based data and being in the office. That stuff is gonna all go away.
Yeah, I think so.
It is
eventually,
all gonna
too.
go away.
It will go away.
A computer.
I feel
can
like,
do
you
all of
know, it's just been a tough time for black women to recover from losing their jobs. Is how are they recovering, you know? I think even now you have to be very savvy and try to figure out outside of the workforce,
Yeah,
what
your own
can you
path.
do to do your own thing? Your own hustle.
that. Yep.
You know, use your experience to do something else. Maybe if you're working in a field where, say, you've been a payroll consultant for 20 years at a company, take those skills. How are those skills interchangeable
Yeah.
to be out here and doing it on your own?
Yeah, go.
How can you become self-employed
Exactly.
and do it, right?
say
Those
go
are the
find,
things you have to think about.
Like smaller companies and help them run their. You did it in corporation world or in big corporate America. Now go help the smaller companies get their budgets together and reduce their costs and stuff like that. So,
Right.
You know.
How does your existing position, how can you make that existing position translate, you know, into a new position where you're self-employed
Yep.
because you're not able to find a job? I think that they age, I hate it, and I hate to say this, but they age women out so quickly. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes too, it could be, you know, they want a certain look for the person.
Which
You
is
don't
crazy,
you
too.
don't meet the expectations. You might have the credentials that they're looking for, but you don't have the look
Which is
that would
crazy.
represents the company.
That's crazy.
That happens.
Yeah, I believe it.
That happens a lot. As myself, as a brown woman, a Latin woman, I work in a corporate field. You know, where in healthcare you don't care. You wear a uniform, sneakers or whatever. You look the same every day. And I never thought about how braids impact the way I look or how people perceive me. But now as a woman in the corporate field, I have to think about that too. When I go out and visit my clients, that they're looking at me aesthetically.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I don't wear, I'm not flashy when I go out. I don't take a designer handbag. I don't wear jewelry. Why do I have to dumb myself down to look different in front of people and I can't be who I am? I don't think that that's fair. But oftentimes that's what women are having to do. You know what I'm saying? Unless you work in a group where you have a lot of minority women. What I notice now is now that I am working in a group that has a lot of minority women, I see them being themselves. They wearing their weaves. They wearing their hair in braids. They're wearing big hoop earrings and jewelry. They don't care how other people perceive them. And these are women in high status positions, VPs, directors, general managers. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm seeing that. Before I never seen that. Not in the corporate field. You don't see that kind of stuff. But people, I think that when you come off too flashy, she thinks she all that. You know what I'm saying? So I never wear nice jewelry. I mean, I wear basic little diamond earrings. I have my hair pulled back in a ponytail. Like, I wear a basic suit, a pair of I'm not even wearing designer shoes. Like, I swear, this is how I go out. It's not me, but that's how I go out because I don't want them to look at me and be like, judging you. You know what I'm saying? And if I have braids in my hair, guess what? I take the braids out my hair.
Yeah, it's crazy you got to even do that, though.
You know what I'm saying? It is crazy, but that's what we end up doing because we want to fit in or we don't want them to look at us in a certain way. Think because you're a woman of color, you can't do the job effectively and to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's, it's sad, but that's how it is. The private sector is definitely different from the public sector, from the healthcare sector. Like, things are just different. And, I feel like in the corporate world, it's a lot different. It really is. You got to think too, a lot of women, high education, but like they feel like they're still, their education, depending on, let me tell you something, they look at everything. Where you went to school. Did you go to a HBCU? Did you go to a non-HBCU? It's sad, but I'm going to tell you, they think HBCUs don't create excellence. Those schools are harder for our kids to go through. I seen it with Zaul. It was so much that the expectation was so high to perform that these kids were coming out, very great grades, doing very well. Summa cum laude, like I didn't see anybody less than that. Magna cum laude, I didn't see nobody less than that, Kason. That's excellence. Y'all thinking because somebody went to a HBCU that they're not qualified, that we're not pushing out qualified kids? That's not the case. I don't like that.
Yeah, I think we just got to get back into owning our own companies, supporting our own people as much as possible, Forget that world. We create our own world again. Like it used to be. I know it's an older dude that works with me, an older gentleman. He's like 74. And he always talks about.
Yeah.
And I asked him, he was like, I asked him, was it better when things were segregated? He said, yeah. It was better when things were segregated. When
because we had our own society.
Owned everything, yeah. And he just always talked about the difference in the world since everything has been,
Yeah. People stayed to themselves, had their own societies. They fought for, segregation. I mean, for inclusion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe it wasn't the best thing.
And that's what he be saying. He was like, man.
Maybe it wasn't. Okay. So I want just to be clear, too, that there's a lot of myths about black women, saying that black women aren't qualified. The reality is what I just said. There are highly educated black women. Black women have most degrees. Okay, so that's a myth to say that they're unemployed because they aren't qualified. That's a lie. It's a myth. And to say that this is a normal fluctuation that people are losing, black women are losing their jobs, that's a myth too. Okay? This is unusual. For some reason, this happened, with everything that was happening, the government, with him making people early retirement. A lot of them had to early retire. They had been in the job for 30 years. They're trying to get rid. I mean, I understand that because they want to give new graduates an opportunity to come in and do those jobs. But you have people that were sitting there 30 years straight out of, college working these jobs. And 30 years to a 20-year-old, you only 55, 56. You ain't even retirement age yet. Yeah. So you forced a lot of them to retire. So they've removed themselves out of the workforce. And it does equate to some of the loss, but still, you still have women highly qualified out here looking for jobs, okay? And, saying that another myth is saying that the unemployment rate is affecting everybody when it's not impacting everybody. That's a myth. There is data that shows that black women were more impacted than any other race. Okay, so, it's really hard. I don't know.
Is unemployment at an all-time high, though, right now?
Unemployment, it's 4%.
Is that an all-time high, or what is the highest it's ever been? Do you know?
I think it's been higher than that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think unemployment, I've even seen it at 11% at one time. Dang. Yeah, it's been very high. I just think that we're going, the economy is going through something. Like I said, I think we forced these women to retire early. We've, downsized on jobs. It's even now. I mean, even in my job, I've seen people when DEI went away, they got rid of a lot of our black directors, our black managers. Like they let a lot of people go. So it's hard out here for everybody. But like I tell my friends, something's gonna come up.
Yeah.
You got to make sure, guys, that if you're looking for a job, you are doing the job of looking for a job.
Yeah, because you got to put in. It's just a lot.
It's an 8-hour day.
I
see it.
Yeah.
I see my friend sitting behind that laptop for 8 hours in a day applying for jobs. Applying for jobs when we're riding in the car.
Yeah.
Applying for jobs when we're eating dinner. Like it never stops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's sad, but
yeah.
And they say economists say that when they see a high level of women that are black unemployed, that means that's a warning sign that it's going to be an economic catastrophe
For all.
or trouble for all.
Okay.
When you see that. So, women are still out here looking, searching, trying to recover. It's hard. It really is. And it really disappointed me to see that. And on top of seeing that, then I see, I think we talked about this a little bit earlier. Was it 20 million women own homes?
Own homes, the highest ever, right?
The highest ever. 20 million single women own homes. But like we said, it could be that they already purchased their homes and then lost their job. But these women, there's 20 million single women out here owning homes.
And then 600,000 unemployed.
And 600,000 unemployed.
And most of those, I bet you, own a home.
They probably do.
I would imagine, because it sounds like they would have their stuff together.
Yeah. I think women normally buy homes. Maybe they said single women. So they could be single women with children.
Yeah.
Or single women without children. I think as a woman, when you have children, there's always the intent to own a home, to have a stable environment for your children, right? And I think women, we don't care if we're married, relationship, whether we have kids or not. I think it's stability for us, and it's also, it's a what's the word I'm looking for? It is a
like an accomplishment?
It's not just an accomplishment, but it is not only security, but if you ever have to sell your home because you're in debt or whatever,
like
you have an investment. Now, I'm trying to think of the word. I couldn't think of it. But it's a great investment. That's why I think a lot of women own homes, especially as professional women. Also, I don't know why men don't think this way, but as professional women, when you're a single, you get taxed at a very high rate. You have to find ways to be able to not have to pay so much in taxes. So you have to be, look at different avenues of being able to bring that money back that you're being taxed at. And owning a house, home ownership is one of them. You can use your home as an investment, or you can use your home as, you can rent out a room to help pay for some bills. You might have an extra basement. You might rent out the basement as an apartment. That's what I do. Like, there's so many other ways that you can make money when you own a home.
You have a home,
Yeah, it's an investment, like you said. So, that's why I think I see the 20 million women, single women owning homes, because we think about things like that, investment. I know women that own homes when they didn't have kids. And in preparation to having a family, they bought their home. So I don't know if men just don't think that way, or just feel like they don't have to take care of anybody but themselves, so they want to be like, they don't want to invest. I don't know, but there's men that own houses too. I know a couple single guys that own homes too. Whatever it may be, guys, there's reasons that we do things. We want to be secure. We want to make sure that we're doing the best for ourselves and our families. That's all we can do. Right now, the world is so unpredictable. The economy is so unpredictable. Everything, inflation is high. Gas is high. Hopefully, whatever's going on in the world ends soon, and we can go back to some type of normalcy. Because I feel like right now it's all the way up in the air. What do you think?
No, for sure. And it might just continue to rise. It could go bad and continue to rise, and everybody can be black, white, women, men.
Now, not only is it
affected.
impacting black women, but other minority women, even white women.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
It can impact. It can just it can a domino effect.
Yep.
Honestly.
Exactly.
All right, my loves. Well, it's our time for today. So I hope that something that we talked about resonated with you and brought you some clarity and some comfort, or just a moment to feel seen. As always, today's conversation. I appreciate y'all coming back, and I'll see you next time at Titi's House Podcast, episode 65.
Yep, 65.
65. Man, we're moving right along, y'all. Love you guys.